How to increase Bigo Live followers fast. What if I told you that the fastest growing Bigo Live creators aren't using some secret algorithm hack or expensive promotion? They're re-exploiting 7 psychological triggers that force people to hit the follow button almost involuntarily. While most streamers are stuck at double-digit follower counts after months of grinding, these creators are adding thousands of genuine, engaged followers every single week using strategies that work so well, they feel almost unfair. Welcome to this Duel of Concepts deep dive, where we about to reverse engineer the exact follower acquisition system that separates viral creators from those who struggle in obscurity forever. The brutal truth about Bigo Live follower growth is that 95% of streamers are doing everything backwards. They're focused on content quality, streaming consistency, and technical setup, while completely ignoring the psychological mechanisms that actually drive the follow decision. Meanwhile, creators who understand follower psychology are building massive audiences even with average content. Today, we're diving deep into the science of follower acquisition, not just the tactics that work, but why they work, when to use them, and how to compound them for explosive growth. By the end of this deep dive, you'll understand exactly how to engineer follow-worthy moments, optimize your profile for maximum conversion, and create the kind of magnetic first impression that turns casual browsers into devoted followers who actually engage with your content and support your growth. The psychology behind the follow button. Let's start with the fundamental truth that most streamers never grasp. Following someone on social media is an emotional decision that people justify with logic after the fact. Understanding this changes everything about how you approach follower growth. When someone discovers your stream, they make the follow decision within the first 15 seconds, based on a complex mix of first impressions, perceived value, social proof, and emotional connection. Your content quality matters, but only after you've triggered the initial psychological hooks that make them want to stay and explore further. The primary psychological drivers behind following include social proof. People follow accounts that others are already following, perceived authority or expertise in something they care about, entertainment value that provides immediate gratification, aspirational connection where they want to be like you or be around you, and community belonging where following makes them feel part of something bigger. Here's where most streamers go wrong. They try to appeal to everyone, which triggers none of these psychological responses strongly enough to drive action. The fastest growing creators deliberately trigger specific psychological responses in their target audience, even if it means being less appealing to people outside their niche. The follow decision is also heavily influenced by perceived scarcity and momentum. This is why timing and presentation are often more important than content quality in the follower acquisition phase. Optimizing your profile for maximum follow conversion. Your profile is your follower conversion machine, but most streamers treat it like an afterthought. Every element of your profile should be strategically designed to convert browsers into followers within seconds of viewing. Your profile picture is the first and most important element people see. It needs to be instantly recognizable, emotionally appealing, and clearly communicate your niche or personality. Avoid generic selfies or low-quality images. Instead, choose a picture that tells a story about who you are and what value you provide. The best profile pictures create curiosity or emotional connection at first glance. Your bio is prime real estate that most creators waste with generic descriptions or pointless facts. Instead, your bio should immediately communicate your value proposition and give people a compelling reason to follow. Use specific benefits, not features. Instead of "I play games and chat," try daily gaming tips that actually work, or the gaming community that feels like family. Profile optimization also includes your username, which should be memorable, easy to spell, and ideally relate to your content niche. Your stream title and category selections should be strategically chosen based on what your target audience is actively searching for, not just what you feel like streaming. The follow-through experience is crucial but often neglected. When someone follows you, what happens next? Do they get welcomed into a community, directed to your best content, or given a reason to turn on notifications? Most creators gain a follower and then do nothing to nurture that relationship, which is why their follower counts stagnate. Creating irresistible content hooks. Content hooks are the specific moments, elements, or techniques that grab attention and compel action. For follower growth, you need hooks that not only capture attention, but create enough value and intrigue that people want to ensure they don't miss your future content. The opening hook of your stream is crucial for follower conversion. The first thing viewers see and hear should immediately communicate value and create curiosity. Instead of generic greetings, try opening with a bold statement, an intriguing question, or a preview of something valuable coming up in the stream. In the next 10 minutes, value-first content approaches work exceptionally well for follower growth. Lead with immediate value before asking for anything in return. Share a useful tip, provide exclusive insight, or offer something genuinely helpful within the first few minutes of discovery. When people immediately receive value, they're psychologically primed to follow for more. Controversy and strong opinions, when handled appropriately, can drive rapid follower growth. because they create emotional investment and encourage people to follow for future takes. This doesn't mean being offensive or inflammatory, but rather having clear, strong positions on topics relevant to your niche that spark discussion and engagement. Behind-the-scenes content and personal storytelling create emotional connections that drive follows. People follow individuals they feel connected to, not just content creators. Sharing your journey, struggles, victories, and authentic personality makes you relatable and worth following for. The personal connection, not just the content. Leveraging Bigo Live's algorithm for growth. Understanding how Bigo Live's algorithm determines who sees your content is essential for follower growth. The platform uses engagement metrics, viewer retention, and interaction quality to decide how widely to distribute your streams. The algorithm heavily weights early engagement, meaning the first 30 minutes of your stream significantly impact how many people the platform will show your content to throughout the rest of the session. This is why successful creators focus intensely on creating high engagement openings and often coordinate with their existing community to boost early metrics. Consistency signals to the algorithm that you're a reliable content creator worth promoting. This isn't just about streaming regularly, but about maintaining consistent quality, format, and engagement levels. Cross-platform promotion can significantly boost your Bigo algorithm performance. When you drive external traffic to your streams from other social platforms, it signals to Bigo that your content has broader appeal, which can increase your visibility and recommendations and discover features. Engagement velocity, how quickly your streams generate likes, comments, and follows is a crucial ranking factor. Streams that immediately generate high engagement get pushed to more viewers, creating a snowball effect. This is why many successful creators have strategies specifically designed to generate immediate engagement bursts at the start of each stream. Strategic networking and collaboration. One of the fastest ways to grow your follower count is through strategic networking with other creators. But most streamers approach this completely wrong. They network randomly or try to collaborate with creators who are too big to benefit from the partnership. These partnerships should be genuine value exchanges where both creators benefit from the collaboration, not just follow-for-follow schemes that provide no real value. Cross-hosting and guest appearances can expose you to entirely new audiences who are already engaged and active on the platform. When another creator's audience sees you providing value in their favorite stream, they're much more likely to follow you than if they discovered you through algorithm recommendations. Community building within other creators' streams can be incredibly effective for organic growth. By being a valuable, engaging member of other communities, you naturally attract attention from viewers who appreciate your contributions. This has to be authentic. People can spot self-promotion disguised as community participation immediately. Strategic networking also includes building relationships with creators in adjacent niches who share similar audiences but aren't direct competitors. A gaming streamer might network with tech reviewers, streamers who focus on anime might connect with artists, and so on. Content strategy for viral moments. Creating viral moments that drive massive follower spikes requires understanding what makes content shareable and compelling enough that people want to ensure they don't miss your future streams. Trendjacking involves identifying trending topics, challenges, or discussions in your niche, and creating timely content that adds your unique perspective. The key is being early to trends while adding genuine value, not just jumping on bandwagons for attention. Educational content that solves real problems has incredible viral potential because people share it with others who need the same solutions. If you can become known for providing valuable insights or teaching useful skills, your content naturally gets shared, which drives discovery and follows. Emotional storytelling, particularly stories of transformation, struggle, or triumph, creates deep connections that drive follows. People follow creators whose journeys they're invested in, so sharing your authentic story and ongoing challenges makes people want to follow along for future chapters. Interactive content that involves your audience in the creation process drives engagement and follows because people become invested in the outcome. This could be community challenges, viewer-directed content, or collaborative projects that make your audience feel like participants rather than passive consumers. Timing and consistency strategies when you stream is almost as important as what you stream for follower growth. Understanding your target audience, online behavior patterns and platform traffic flows can dramatically impact your discovery and follower conversion rates. Peak engagement windows vary by demographics and regions, but there are general patterns that most creators can leverage. Evenings and weekends typically see higher engagement rates, but they also have more competition. Some creators find better growth by consistently streaming during off-peak hours. When there's less competition for viewer attention, consistency builds anticipation and habit formation in your audience. When people know exactly when to find you, they're more likely to follow to stay updated and become regular viewers. However, consistency in quality and value is more important than consistency in scheduling. A regular schedule with high-value content outperforms a regular schedule with mediocre content. Pre-announcement strategies can drive follower spikes around special content or events. When you announce something valuable or exclusive coming up in future streams, people follow to ensure they don't miss it. This works particularly well for tutorials, Q&A sessions, special guests, or exclusive content reveals. Building anticipation through teaser content, behind-the-scenes updates, and preview announcements creates followers who are invested in your upcoming content. Social media posts that hint at exciting stream content often drive more follows than the actual stream content itself. Advanced growth hacking techniques for creators ready to accelerate their growth beyond organic methods. There are advanced techniques that can dramatically increase follower acquisition when executed properly. Value stacking involves bundling multiple benefits into single pieces of content or offers. Instead of just streaming gameplay, you might combine gaming with educational commentary, community interaction, and exclusive tips. When people perceive they're getting multiple types of value from one follow, they're much more likely to commit. Social proof amplification involves strategically highlighting your existing community and growth to encourage more follows. This includes showcasing community achievements, highlighting subscriber milestones, and creating visible evidence of your community's engagement and enthusiasm. Cross-platform funneling uses your presence on other platforms to drive targeted traffic to your Bigo live streams. This requires creating platform-specific content that naturally leads people to want more from your Bigo presence, rather than just posting the same content everywhere. Limited-time exclusive offers or content can drive follow spikes when promoted correctly. This could be exclusive tutorials, special community access, or one-time collaborative content that's only available to followers. The key is making the value genuinely exclusive and time-sensitive. Community gamification turns following and engagement into a game with rewards, recognition, and progression systems. This could include follower milestone celebrations, community challenges, or exclusive perks for long-term followers that make following feel like joining a special group rather than just subscribing to content. Common follower growth mistakes to avoid even with the right strategies. Many creators sabotage their own growth through common mistakes that kill momentum and discourage potential followers. The biggest mistake is prioritizing follower count over follower quality. Fake followers, purchased followers, or followers gained through follow-for-follow schemes actually hurt your growth, because they dilute your engagement rates and signal to the algorithm that your content isn't compelling to real users. Inconsistent value delivery kills follower growth faster than almost anything else. If people follow you because of a great first impression, but then receive mediocre content, they'll unfollow quickly and may even discourage others from following. It's better to grow slowly with consistent quality than quickly with inconsistent delivery. Overpromotion and constant follow requests annoy potential followers and make you seem desperate rather than valuable. The best follower growth comes from people who want to follow you, not people who feel pressured to do so. Focus on creating follow-worthy content rather than asking for follows. Neglecting new follower onboarding means you're constantly losing people who might have become engaged community members. When someone new follows you, they should immediately understand what to expect, how to engage with your community, and what value they'll receive from being a follower. Copying other creators' growth strategies, without understanding why they work, often backfires, because what works for one creator's audience might not work for yours. Focus on understanding the principles behind successful tactics rather than copying tactics directly. Measuring and optimizing your growth strategy, but that's just one metric in a complex system. Follower quality metrics include engagement rates from new followers, retention rates of recent followers, and conversion rates from follower to active community member. These metrics tell you whether your growth strategies are attracting the right people, not just more people. Growth velocity tracking helps you understand which strategies and content types drive the fastest sustainable growth. This includes analyzing follower acquisition around specific content, collaboration, or promotional activities to identify your highest impact growth drivers. Content performance correlation involves analyzing which of your content performs best for follower growth versus engagement versus retention. Often, content that drives follows is different from content that drives engagement, and understanding this difference helps you create strategic content mixes. Long-term value optimization focuses on the lifetime value of followers gained through different strategies. Followers gained through certain methods might be more likely to become engaged community members, supporters, or advocates for your content. Conclusion: building a sustainable follower growth system, building genuine connections, and strategically leveraging platform mechanics to reach the people who will genuinely benefit from and enjoy your content. Sustainable follower growth comes from understanding your audience deeply, providing consistent value that exceeds expectations, and creating experiences that people naturally want to share and recommend to others that remain constant even as specific features and algorithms evolve. Remember, the goal isn't just to accumulate followers, it's to build a community of engaged supporters who actively participate in your content, provide feedback that helps you improve, and create the kind of positive environment that attracts even more quality followers naturally. Every follower should represent a real person who gets real value from your content, not just a vanity metric that makes you feel good temporarily. Your follower growth strategy should evolve as you grow, but the fundamentals remain the same. Provide exceptional value, be authentically yourself, understand your audience's needs and desires, and create experiences that people genuinely want to be part of. When you focus on being worth following, the follows naturally follow. Now, if this comprehensive breakdown of follower growth psychology has given you actionable insights you can implement immediately, 2. Signal to the algorithm that this content provides value worth promoting to other creators who need these strategies. Subscribe to Duel of Concepts for more deep dives into the mechanics of digital growth that most creators never discover. And drop a comment sharing which follower growth technique you're most excited to test first. Even better, commit publicly to implementing one strategy from this video and report back in a week with your results. Accountability and community support often make the difference between knowledge and action. After all, we're not just teaching follower growth, we're demonstrating it by building this community of creators who actually apply what they learn.